Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time. Some say that Tom is like a giant among men. Others say he's a little obsessed.
I don't even have a top 10.
Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time.
All right, here we go. We're going to finish the first half going from 60 to 50. Some great games. Of course, the games are always great. These are my top 100 games of all time. Change every year a little bit. Do they change much this time? Let's take a look and see. Here we go.
Number 60, Oof, Reifenbite.
There's a lot of racing games, and there's a lot of racing games I like. Reifenbreiten, which is one of those racing games which really needs to be reprinted, is just a fantastic one. A bicycle racing game. I like cycling myself, but this takes it, adds kind of a Mad Magazine artwork style to it, and adds a bit of a silly element, but the bicycle racing is still right there, where you have, you can kind of follow other racers and follow in their paths until that moment where you go around them. It really has the potential for expansions and so much other, more tracks and such, but as it is, it's a lot of fun, and what's I like about it is that you control 4 different bikers the whole time. So the whole thing just comes together in a really good package. Reifenbreiten.
Number 59, Receiver.
Here we have another race game right on top of the last one. The first one was a bicycle racing. Ave Caesar I like a little bit more, I think, because there's such interaction, because you're really going cutthroat at one another. You really can block each other off, and it's silly and fun. And of course, you have to stand up and scream Ave Caesar at one point during the game. But while it's really in your face, and maybe some people might lock it because you can really mess over somebody else, the whole game just is smooth, it's easy, it's a game that anybody can play. So Ave Caesar, check it out.
Number 68, Heart Underground.
Heart Under der Grenz. I probably pronounced it incorrectly, but I'm really excited because a reprint's coming out this year. But this one has shot up my list mostly because it's just a fantastic bluffing game, and the whole theme where you're trying to smuggle goods across the border, while something I certainly don't promote in real life, really makes for a fun game. The idea of just saying, well, I don't have this, and then the little suitcases, it's a very simple idea, but really plays well in this style game. So, great game, certainly one that you should check out.
Number 57, Rail Tycoon. Oh, number 56, Steam.
Okay, that wasn't an editing mistake. We actually, these two games are so close together, Railroad Tycoon and Steam. Railroad Tycoon has the edge because it's the beautiful pieces and putting things out on the board, but then Steam has the edge because it's just a much simpler, faster game. You'll notice the Age of Steam isn't on the list at all. That one has fallen off my top 100. I used to like it, but between Steam and Age of and Railway Tycoon, or Railways of the World, they both replaced it. I mean, the plastic trains, just the neatness of the board, transporting the cubes. This is certainly a game everybody should try out. What version? Well, it's so close that I would recommend getting either Railroad Tycoon, Railways of the World, or Steam. Both of them seem to work pretty well. Either way, these are games that I really like. Trains, because here I feel like the train network makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of train games out there, but these are two of the best. Number
55, Warriors. Ooh, I don't know.
Here's a new game to the list, and I don't know where it's going to end up in several years, but for right now it is hot for me, and that's Warriors. There's been a lot of deck building games, Dominion, Thunderstone, but now we have one with dice. And now look at the name of our show, the Dice Tower. Of course we love dice, and that's what Warriors is. As I play Warriors quite a few times, I'm seeing that there's not a huge amount of strategy there. It's mostly all tactical, and it's a lot of rolling the dice. But I don't care. I look forward to future expansions. I look forward to seeing what new stuff comes out, especially with the rolling of dice. So it was an easy pick for my list, and you can see it's pretty high up, Warriors.
Number 54, Dominant Species.
Dominant Species is one of those games in which, it's huge. It's a mega game. It's like D-Mocker, which I talked about last list. But it's more than a Euro game. There's a lot of attacking and going back and forth as you make your species dominant. Okay, don't mean to make a pun there, but it really is a neat game. The components, yeah, I would have loved to see wooden meeples and more, but wow, there's just so much going on, and every game feels completely different. It's very vicious as you try to expand your thing, your reptiles or spiders or what have you, and the whole thing works really well as you put it together. But you know, I think it might even be higher on my list if it just didn't take so stinking long to play. We're talking a good 4 hours usually to play, but it's a good solid 4 hours, and it's one that I enjoy a lot. If you like deep, competitive games where you're kind of at each other's throat the whole time, then Dominant Species is one you should check out.
Number 53, Warrior Knights.
Speaking of big competitive games, Warrior Knight is in the exact same vein. Although with Dominant Species, there's expansion and spreading out. They have very different feels, but Warrior Knights is more of a in-your-face fighting with each other. But at the same time, it has a layer of politics. And if you add the expansion, it has a layer of technology. This is one of those games where expansion is almost a must-buy. Not to make the game good, because I thought the game was good initially, but wow, to make the game great, I guess would be the word for it. Warrior Knights is a game I wish I could play more. It has completely replaced Kingmaker, I think, in existence. It has that whole medieval times. It's not fantasy at all. So if you like these kind of games and you're not looking for fantasy, then this one works really well. But adds that level of political intrigue. It's almost like the medieval version of Twilight Imperium. Fantastic game. Great pieces. Tons of stuff going on. Only detriment is it's a little long. But again, even with that, I'm still willing to play it. Warrior Knights.
Number 52, Dice Town.
Sometimes you just want to roll dice, and Dice Town allows you to do that with the background of having a Wild West theme. There's nothing. Why is this game on my list? Simply sheer fun. Rolling dice with poker symbols on the side, trying to get the best hand, going after each other. Last year, the expansion for this game came out, and it is fantastic. Adds more options, keeps someone from getting shut out, basically, but the whole thing just works together really well. So, is this a game everyone should have? Maybe not, but it's certainly a great, fun, almost party-style game.
Number 51, Apples to Apples. Apples to apples. Apples to apples. Apples to apples. Apples to apples.
It really would be a poor top 100 list, I think, if I didn't put the most famous party game of the last decade, probably 20 years, and that's Apples to Apples. Well, you could argue that. I guess there are other famous party games, but Apples has taken it by storm in the sense that even people who don't know any of the other 100 games on my list probably know Apples to Apples. And the concept is so simple, and every other party game has been copying it for the past 10 years, it seems. There's variations. But I would imagine if you talk to many of the designers of these games, they look at Apples to Apples for inspiration. Simply put a card out and say, what does it match? And it's the kind of game that people come by and look at and say, what are you doing? Can I get in on this? And they can. They can join in on. So, but why is it on my top 100 list? Because for that very reason. I can use it everywhere, all over the place, all the time. Yeah, if I'm going somewhere, I say, oh, Apples will work, and it works well. It's maybe not my favorite party game, as you can see. You know, it's not. There's going to be more party games that are higher, but certainly one that's fantastic. Apples to Apples. That's it for this time. There's a lot of great games to go. We are halfway there, ladies and gentlemen, I think. Are we halfway there? Yes, halfway there. Fantastic. 50 more great games. Check them out. Check out Melody's list. Check out your list. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel. You've been watching The Dice Tower.
Tom Vasel's top 100 games of all time.
Okay, it would be a pretty terrible top 100 list if I didn't put on the top party. Actually, stop recording.